Hi friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be playing around with some new makeup. I am very excited. I have the new Blend Bunny Longing palette, Colourpop So Juicy lip oils, the new Colourpop liquid blushes, One Size oil sucker primer, Danessa Myrick concealer. I have so much new stuff sitting in front of me. I'm very excited, so let's get into it. I will say, if I do not sound like myself, I'm feeling very under the weather right now and I'm a little bit stuffy. Let's start off with this palette right here from Blend Bunny. This is a beautiful palette. I feel like this is even more beautiful than what I was expecting, because I saw this online and I was like, whoa, this is gorgeous, but I feel like the pictures online do not do this palette justice. Look at this. It is beautiful. It's so different and so grungy, but I love it. I already have an idea of what I want to do, but like not really. Like, I'm looking at it now. I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but wow. To prime, I'm going to use the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. I have been loving this. This is a really nice eyeshadow primer. I feel like it does a great job at mattifying the eye, and as you can see, it doesn't really have a base to it. It's translucent, so you don't really have to work hard to cover it up with eyeshadow, which I love. I'm gonna take this shade right here. If you are not familiar with Blend Bunny's eyeshadow formula, they have one of the best. When I say the best, the absolute best, do you see this pigment? Yeah, they have so much pigment. It's so good. So I'm basically just going to take this in the outer corner and just tap it and just build it up to get the intensity that I want. And I want to kind of keep this almost rounded. Now that I have that shade all rounded out in the outer corner, I am going to go in with, I think I want to take this shade to blend it out. It's called Pleading. The meaning behind this palette is so sad, but it's such a beautiful palette. I love the overall meaning behind this palette. I love the overall thought process behind this palette as well. It's just a sad palette, but it's beautiful at the same time. It like tugs at your heartstrings when you're reading these shade names. So basically, I'm just taking this purple shade right here on the outer part just to kind of like blend it in. And as you can see, those shadows just blend effortlessly together. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna go back into Take Me Back and just re-intensify that, because I felt like I was starting to lose it a bit once I blended in that second shade. Let's tap into some of these teal shades. I definitely want to play with maybe this shade right here. I'm gonna take a little bit of Sorrow and then a little bit of Woe, and I'm gonna tap Sorrow. It might be too dark for what I'm trying to do. I might need to mix in that Woe shade. Yeah, it's too dark for what I'm doing. So I'm going to take some of Woe and go right on top. Okay, this is the color that I was looking for. Something like this. This is definitely not a color combo I would pair together. I just feel like this is one of those palettes that just makes you step outside of your comfort zone because of the tones that are included in here. Now the shimmers, oh my gosh, there's so many beautiful shimmers, but I really want to play with this one. I want to take this one, If Only, and pop this right in the outer slash inner corner here. Ooh, that's so pretty. Wow. Every single palette that they come out with, the shimmers improve so much. Wow, gorge. Just taking what's left on my brush from that deeper shade and just blending. Just want to blend these edges a bit. Very pretty. Taking some of Remember, and we're gonna pop Remember right here in the inner corner. So this is the one that has the blue shift. Kind of just blends in with that green color, but in person, I definitely can see the difference between both of those shades, but that is very beautiful. If you were to wet these shimmers, I feel like they would be even more intense than what they already are. But I think the look looks very pretty. It's very different. I'm just going to make sure all of this is blended nicely. So moving on to complexion, I got some new goodies from Nars. I have the light reflecting setting mist and the hydrating primer. So I actually have two different primers to use today. I have the Nars one, and then we have the One Size primer. I am filming late at night. I can't do a wear test of both of these, but we can try them out. I've already tried this one from One Size, and let me just tell you, it shook me to my core, okay? It shook me, and I'm going to show you, you're going to see. So I'm going to use both on one side. So let's start off with the light reflecting hydrating primer, since I haven't tried this one yet, so I have no idea how this is going to perform. So it says this is infused with 93% skincare ingredients. This primer is supposed to hydrate the skin immediately and over time. It prepares skin for smooth application and extends makeup wear. Very, very sleek packaging. I like that. This is what it looks like. It does have a slight tint to it. So I'm just going to apply this to one side of my face and see. So it's supposed to be hydrating. Almost kind of looks glowy to me. Like a subtle glowy. Doesn't look like there's glitter in this or anything. It does give the skin a subtle glow. That is to be expected though, because this is a part of the light reflecting line and it is very hydrating. So if you were curious about that, it's very hydrating. That feels really nice on the skin. When I tried this for the first time, this sucked the mess out of my oils. Like, it's insane. It says to shake well, apply a thin, even layer on completely dry skin. It also says to apply onto oily areas only, allow product to dry for 3 minutes while remaining expressionless. Tap white areas, if any, with damp fingertips. So I did notice when I used this for the first time, this did leave some like white spots, but I feel like it's because I put too much on. And it does say, put this on oily areas only. I've gotten a lot of questions about what's the difference between this one and the Secure the Sweat. And when I tell you, you can see an immediate difference. Look at that. As soon as I put it on and blend it in, it starts to mattify. Like, look at that. Compared to the hydrating side, you see that. Once it dries down, it like it's so hard to describe. I've never tried a primer like this before because it is extreme. And I feel like this is going to be good for my under eyes too, because I have very oily under eyes. Causes my concealer to crease, so putting this under the eyes, I'm feeling like might be a game changer for me. But it does say to remain expressionless and put it in your oily areas only. That's what I'm doing, but you can see that it also kind of blurs the skin too. You can see the difference. I can see the difference. It does dry very fast too, so definitely keep that in mind. Look at that. It already has like the white areas, but he does say use a damp finger to tap that in. This is considered an extreme mattifying primer, and extreme it is. Extreme it is. I think a lot of you who have super oily skin is going to love this primer and find that it gives you that more immediate effect than the Secure the Sweat. I feel like the Secure the Sweat primer helps control the oils over time, whereas this one immediately gets rid of your oils and mattifies the face. But I really don't feel like the Secure the Sweat instantly mattifies my face like this one. Look a little crazy though. We got a matte side and then we got a hydrating side, and as this primer starts to dry down, I can feel it tightening in those spots. Before we dive into concealer, let's try out these new blushes from Colourpop. Colourpop shipping takes a very long time. I always dread ordering from their website because it takes forever. But my package finally came. I ordered 2 shades. The 2 shades I picked up are Wildest Dreams and Royal Flush. I'm gonna use Royal Flush today. So this is described as a weightless liquid blush. It's a long-lasting, hydrating liquid blush that's super blendable and buildable for a natural flush. It also has hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, sea moss, all that good stuff. A lot of people have been comparing this to the Rare Beauty just by the packaging alone. I really don't like to call things a dupe unless the formula is the same after trying it. You know what I mean? Just because it looks like Rare Beauty, I'm not gonna assume it performs like the Rare Beauty. I'm gonna start off with 2 dots because we don't know if it's pigmented or not. Ooh, okay, it has some pigment to it. Okay. I don't know why I thought this was gonna be like a matte finish, but it has a dewy, glowy finish. And I don't even know if it says that I love that there's pigment, and this is a very pretty shade. 2 dots is honestly perfect for me. You can use less. If you're new here, I like a lot of blush. I'm not mad at the finish. I will definitely set this with a powder though. I wouldn't wear this on its own, but it almost kind of looks satiny, almost, but very pretty. Very, very pretty. I did go a little ham. That's why I'm doing the concealer after the liquid blush. I have this new one from Danessa Myrick. This is the Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. I have been waiting to try this out. So I picked up the shade 12, and I'm not even gonna lie, I really did not know what shade to get. I already swatched this shade, and I feel like it's a little too light for what I was going for. So I'm thinking of picking up the shade 13. I don't know. This one I feel like would be great for brightening, but it's just a little bit lighter than I was expecting. When I first saw this, I was like, yo, that is tiny. But I compared the sizing, which is 0.32 fluid ounces, to other concealers, and it's pretty standard. I just feel like the way that this is designed makes it look like it's not a lot, but because it is kind of oddly shaped. So this is a soft matte medium buildable coverage serum hybrid concealer with 9 plant powered ingredients that flex with your skin to lift, smooth, and correct. I have been seeing Danessa dot her concealer like this. I'm gonna try it out because that's what Queen Danessa's been doing. So let's see. I love that it says it's a oh wow, okay, a little bit does go a long way. Had me fooled. Okay, wow, those 2 dots actually go a very long way. Wow. Okay. Oh, this color actually is not bad. I thought it was going to be too light. But, wow. Okay. And I love the finish of this. Oh, that was easy. That was so easy. That was very easy. Wow. That looks very good, actually. And I actually like the shade. I don't even know if I need to get 13 because that looks perfect. Hold up. That looks good. Wow. Literally 2 dots. This is not like me at all to just put 2 dots of concealer. So yeah, that is insane. But that is how Danessa has been applying this. But wow, I actually still might get 13 just because this is definitely still a brightening kind of shade. But I like it. I really like how this looks. It doesn't feel super hydrating and wet, which I like because usually wet concealers crease the fastest on me. But I really like how this is looking because it's giving me the coverage that I want in a concealer. Like that looks so good. Let's just dot it up. Yeah, medium coverage is perfect. Wow. Okay, Danessa. You know, I love me some Danessa Myrick, and every product that she's come out with, I have loved. I had very high hopes with this concealer, and I am so happy she came out with a soft matte finish because I was nervous. Usually her Yummy Skin line is like more, you know, dewy and like glowy, but this is perfect. This is perfect. That looks real good. I'm actually very impressed with this. Shall we try to build it up a little though? Let's just see. Let's just test it out. Let's build it up with 1 more dot. That looks very, very good. And I'm just gonna go back in with my blush brush and just blend this in a little bit better. I do want to see how this is going to set with the powder though, because I also feel like that's a part of the test. I'm going to use my trusty Makeup Forever setting powder. Also, if my lighting is changing, I do apologize. I'm just using 2 lights here. And I'm also trying out being by this window again. I actually miss this setup. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you guys like this setup better? Do you want me to switch it back? Let me know what you guys think. I just try to switch it up because every time I'm editing and I'm looking at the same background for a long time, I'm like, okay, I need to switch it up. That looks so good, Danessa. Yup. And I'm just going to lightly set over that blush too, which I'm loving that it's peeking through even though I set it. So that's a good sign. I like to look for that with new blushes. I don't usually bake, but I feel like I kind of want to. just because. I do really love that there's enough pigment with this Colourpop blush to where you can see it after I powdered, which is a plus for me. I am very tempted to put on a powder blush, but I do like that you can still see the Colourpop blush peeking through. So I think it's fine. I'm gonna leave it alone. We're just gonna leave it like this. Now, this next product was a nice surprise. Makeup Forever just came out with new lip liners, and I picked up the shade Limitless Brown. Basically, they came out with the lip version of like their iconic multi-use pencils already. I'm sure you guys already know. So this is the lip liner version. It's supposed to be creamier, more long lasting. Yeah, it is definitely a lot creamier. It almost feels kind of waxy, but not in a bad way. It's also not too creamy to where you're gonna run through the pencil really fast, if that makes sense. Like if I was comparing this to the new Maybelline one, if you pick that one up, then you know how creamy that one is and how fast that one goes down. This one is not like that. Next up, I have been waiting to try these out. These are the Colourpop Plumping Glossy Lip Oils. So I have two shades. I picked up Trending Now and Hits Different. This was another release where I was like really trying to debate which shades I wanted, but I was like, let me just get two, see if I like the formula. But we're gonna do this one. I don't really think either shade's gonna go with my look. Hits Different was like the first one I added to cart, so we're gonna try this. Okay, kind of hard to, oh, okay. A little hard to pull out. Gets a little messy. Has that pepperminty kind of smell. Ooh, okay. I like that. It's not too thin. Almost kind of feels like a gloss. I like that. Oh, that's nice. I was not a fan of Colourpop's first lip oil formula, but this, I like this. Definitely has like that pepperminty, tingly kind of feel too, but that shade is very pretty. Also forgot to mention for my lower lash line, sorry guys, listen. The sickness got my brain all foggy, but I did just take the same mattes that I put in my crease on my lower lash line. I just might be picking up some more shades of this because I like this formula. We have one more product to try out. This is the Nars Light Reflecting Makeup Setting Mist. The setting mist is a multitasking, skin-enhancing mist that sets, hydrates, and protects all in one step. All right, so I'm gonna give it a little shake. Nice, sleek packaging. Doesn't have a smell. Love how nice that mist is. It sprays a good bit of product out. I don't feel like it makes your skin dewy, which I like. I just feel like it has like a natural finish. And it does feel very hydrating. So I do like this. Doesn't leave like a glow to the skin or anything. No glitter or anything like that. Okay, I like that. I like a nice multitasking kind of spray. Something that's similar to a MAC Fix Plus. Here is the finished makeup look. I love how my makeup turned out today. I feel like it looks so good. And all of these products that I tried, I thoroughly enjoyed them. If you like more cooler tones, I think you're gonna absolutely love this. This definitely looks like a muted, colorful palette. So if that's your vibe, you're really gonna like this. Now, if you are more on the normal to dry skin, I think you're really gonna like the Nars Light Reflecting Primer. This primer is an extension of this foundation, which I am wearing this today. I love this foundation. Just like the foundation, this just gives a subtle lit from within glow. Very nice primer, very, very hydrating. Now, on the opposite spectrum, if you have oily skin, this right here is going to be such a game changer. You saw the difference between both sides of my face. This is an immediate oil sucker. I feel like the name of this primer is perfect for this primer because it does exactly what it says it's going to do. I definitely cannot wait to wear test this because I'm very impressed with the immediate results I get. I just can't wait to see the long-term, long wear results that I'm gonna get with this. Colourpop blush, really nice. I was very surprised by the finish of this blush because I thought it was gonna be more of like maybe like a matte. I don't know why I thought matte blush, but you know, Colourpop doesn't have a lot of matte blushes. A lot of their blushes are either dewy or glowy. So I just was expecting something a little bit different, but out of all of the blush formulas I've personally tried from Colourpop, this one is by far the best. I love the pigmentation on here, love the color, and I don't have a powder blush on top. So you can still see the blush peeking through. That is a plus for me, especially when I set a blush with like my under eye powder and you can still see the blush peeking through. That is what I love. That is what I look for in a blush. And also the lip oil, really like this lip formula. Definitely want to pick up some more. Really, really like this. So very happy about this. The So Juicy line is pretty good from Colourpop. Like it's a solid line from them. The Danessa Myrick concealer. It is so good. Like I cannot say anything else, but it is so good. Like I love the finish of this. Y'all saw me use dots. I don't ever use dots for concealer, and dots were the perfect amount for me. It looks so good, and Danessa killed it once again. Love the Makeup Forever lip pencil, beautiful brown. The formula is really nice, and I feel like a lot of you who already love the pencils from them, you're probably really gonna love this. Then lastly, the Nars Light Reflecting Setting Spray. Really like this. This gives me MAC Fix Plus vibes, and I love that. It doesn't give like a glow to the skin. It just hydrates. It's a nice refreshing spray. I don't really know how this is for longevity purposes, but for melting your powders together and making everything look seamless, this is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But that is it for all of the new makeup I tried today. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.